Hey, what's up, guys? It's Andrew Santowski. I'm giving you my UFC 276 Adesanya vs. Cannonier final thoughts and predictions. I've changed my picks, some of my picks, since I made my prediction video a couple weeks. It just happens naturally closer to the event. Just based off how I see the fighters, things that are taking place fight week, and just changing thoughts on, like I said, what I'm witnessing before my eyes. And so let's just cover it real quick. Jessica Rose Clark against Julika Storolenko. In my prediction video, I was originally on Jessica Rose Clark. I updated my prediction video to put Storolenko. I just think that, hey, they're two low-level women's mixed martial arts fighters. In my mind, I always got to side with the underdog in that aspect. Jessica Rose Clark being a minus 145. I just don't have no agreement with that. I think if she tries to wrestle or whatever, she might really play into Storolenko's game, her armbar game, and ground game. So I'm gonna side with Storolenko here for the upset, man. Jessica I against Macy Barber. I think, like I said, I think I is training in Cleveland for this fight, back at a roller gym. But I'm going to still side with Barber, man. I mean, the UFC definitely would like to see Macy Barber kind of get the win and kind of exit, have Jessica I probably exit the organization or the UFC. But I'm going to side with Macy Barber there. But like I said, it's never wise to lay that, anybody that's laying that minus 275 on Barber. It's a fool's proposition. Uriah Hall against Andre Muniz. And this is a fight, too, that I just recently changed. I'm actually siding with Uriah Hall now. The guy hasn't fought in a year since he lost to Strickland. And that might be a good thing for the guy. I mean, and I just think this betting line has just gotten way out of whack, man. We're seeing a minus 315 on Muniz. And this guy's typically a first-round finisher. I mean, typically when fights go to decision, this guy does not pick up the W here. So, I mean, if he doesn't get this done in the first round, this guy might be looking at he might be gassed the last two rounds. And Uriah Hall, man, he's a decent guy. He's decent everywhere. He's not a high volume striker, which kind of worries me. But, and like I said, I think he was losing that Anderson Silva fight in my opinion, until he caught Anderson, but I think he was absolutely down on the scorecards. I think Anderson Silva was on his way to actually winning before getting caught. So I don't know if he catches Muniz here, but I'm going to side with Uriah Hall to pick up a win. Maybe, Muniz gasses and Hall just, beats him up the last two rounds, man, in a low-level striking affair or low-volume striking. I don't, what I'm saying? I'm just kind of seeing something like that. Or maybe he catches Muniz coming in, So, but I'm going to side with Hall here, man. I just think that betting line is just too disrespectful. I think people are just too reliant on Muniz to get the first-round sub. And like I said, I do like Muniz here. I did like Muniz here as well, but I just kind of think the betting line is just kind of way out of hand. And I think just, the public and the square bettors are just pounding Muniz just because they think this guy's an easy pick or something. But I'm going to side with Uriah Hall, man. Brad Tavares against Dricus Du Plessis. And it worries me about Du Plessis is that he has a lot of first-round or second-round finishes. Not a lot of fights that have gone to decision where Brad Tavares is a decision machine. So we'll see if Du Plessis can get the job done here. If he could pick up a decision win here, if he can't defeat Tavares early on. I'm going to side with Du Plessis, man, but it's not going to surprise me in the slightest if Tavares picks up a decision win here. But I'm going to side with Du Plessis. Ian Gary against Gabe Green. I kind of like the Ian Gary hype to stop, man. Gabe Green's a decent fighter. I'm siding with Green. I'm just not on the Ian Gary hype, man. I've kind of fed the guy some cans. And I think Gabe Green, man, I think this guy brings it every time. And I'm going to side with Gabe Green here. Donald Cerrone against Jim Miller. Even though this fight's taking place at welterweight, I just cannot trust Donald Cerrone to pick up a win. You know, even though Jim Miller is giving up some size here, I still like Jim Miller to get the job done. I'm going to side with Miller by decision. Obviously, I do understand the people that are taking Cerrone plus 165 as an underdog, but again, I could not trust my money on Donald Cerrone at this point in his career, and I could never lay that chalk on Jim Miller. Brad Riddell against Jalen Turner. I think Jalen Turner gets this done, man. I think he's really got Riddell outsized. I think he's a little bit better everywhere. He's got a lot of length. It's going to be very hard to handle for a lot of lightweights. I like Jalen Turner here. Pedro Munoz against Sean O'Malley. Looking forward to this fight, guys. Munoz has a big size disadvantage, big reach disadvantage. Nasty ground game, though, by Munoz. Nasty low kicks, but we'll see how much that matters here with O'Malley, man. I'm picking O'Malley by decision, but I mean, we could see O'Malley put him out, too. Robbie Lawler against Brian Barberena. Two guys that kind of match up quite well with each other. I just think Barberena is just kind of the younger guy. A little more left in the tank. A little more higher volume. I'm going to start with Barberena, but it's not going to surprise me if Lawler catches him with a body shot or something and puts him out. So, Sean Strickland against Alex Pereira. And I just don't like the way Sean Strickland's been behaving this week, man. Maybe it's all for gimmick. Maybe it's what I'm thinking. I just feel like the guy's I feel like the moment's too big for him. He seems quite nervous. He's acting kind of awkward. And Alex Pereira, he's been real quiet, you know. And I like Pereira here to get the job done. And maybe there is a title fight against Adesanya in the future, or a title shot, or a title shot with him against Jared Cannonier, if Cannonier pulls the upset. So I've changed my pick to Pereira. I can see it by knockout or decision, but I'm going to start with Pereira here. Volkanovski against Holloway 3. Volkanovski looked nervous at the weigh-ins yesterday, in my opinion. I like Holloway, man. I like the way this guy's been behaving all week. He's hyped up. He's amped up. Maybe that's just fool's marketing. But I like Max Holloway here, man. You're giving me plus 170 as a dog. I like Max Holloway here, man, to take the belt back. Adesanya against Cannonier. The news has come out this morning that Drake has bet on Adesanya. The Drake curse is real, guys. Again, it's not groundbreaking betting tactics that he bet a 5-1 favorite in Adesanya to beat Cannonier. I do like Adesanya to get the job done here, but man, these guys are intense. You know, like I said, Adesanya has kind of disrespected Cannonier this weekend, or this fight week, and Cannonier, you could see he's just had enough of it. He's not really feeding into it. This guy's laser focused. As a guy, I would love to see Cannonier pull the upset, man. It's going to be tough to do it from Adesanya. Adesanya is definitely cocky. You know, we'll see when that actually comes back to bite him. I don't know if Cannonier is going to be the one, but I'm going to side with Adesanya here by decision.